Hello, everyone. I actually had the privilege to be invited to a very special session, which is the GMG, which is the Global Mining Guidelines Leadership Summit. This week, I spent the last 2 days in this event, and I now have the honor to have Kalev. Can I actually call you Kel?
Kel is fine.
Kalev, who will kind of tell us a little bit of his history and what actually GMG is and is doing for the whole global industry in mining, and also some stories maybe about how you actually, because you mentioned it, that you actually was able to go to Peru. So maybe tell us a little bit of that story. This is also to share with the young and professional communities in Peru that are part of the LinkedIn group that we are like. So please.
Very good. Yeah, well, thank you very much, and it's a pleasure always to speak with some of the Peruvian members of the industry. I'm Kalev Ruger. I'm the chair of the Global Mining Guidelines Group. I recently retired from tech and in an advisory position now, but I've spent a fair bit of time in the mining industry, about 20 years, and before that I was heavily involved in the digital industries, IBM, a lot of the national laboratories, government in Canada. And before that, actually was at MIT and a professor at Georgia Tech as well, mostly in the design area and again in the digital modeling area more than any other area. But it's actually coming useful, in the mining space.
Sure.
As well.
Yeah. And what about this GMG? I mean, I heard about more and more about GMG.
That's good.
Which is good, but actually would be actually nice to know what it means, what the purpose of it.
So Global Mining Guidelines really produces guidelines for all kinds of particular issues in the mining industry, from battery electric vehicles to underground mining with battery electric vehicles or electrification, to circularity that we just heard a discussion about, sustainability, and also just some of the technical issues involved with haul, and that's where we started with material movement in the mine. And so we produce guidelines, we produce white papers. It's a volunteer organization, so all of the contributions to these particular areas and the communications in them are from mining practitioners, as well as from OEMs, and also from consultants and other people who are involved with the mining industry. And I think that's really what differentiates the GMG group, is that we're not only limited to the mining companies themselves, but we actually represent the entire industry, and everyone is welcome. And it's and I think that's the other part here. It's a very collaborative organization, from the shop floor to the top floor. That's sort of where we really get all of our input, and it's all considered during the definition of some of the communications and the information that is developed.
And I have to say it has been fantastic couple of days. The level of collaboration I found it in this session has been amazing, and I actually haven't been able to see it in any other kind of a summit or forum.
Yeah, it's very unique.
And I think the value you are giving to the industry is invaluable. So,
good.
So I'm actually invite everyone who is watching this video through the community. I'm gonna put the link of GMG webpage as well, so inform yourself more about this, I think, very interesting and valuable initiative about GMG.
Peru, yes.
You told me that you've been in Peru, so.
So one of my favorite places. We when I was with Tech Resources, we are one of the operators of the mine in Peru, Antamina, and I think that the professionalism of the people who worked at the mine, the friendliness of the people of Peru, And just generally, the country, the landscape, and the history, just a wonderful place to go, be, and work. I must admit, I had the best food I've ever had in my life in Peru, in Lima. It really was spectacular. So. And not only is it a great place to work, but it's a great place to eat.
Yeah, you are completely right, and I think that's a strong link between that we need to enhance more mining and food. It actually might work well, isn't it? Okay, Kalev. No, I really appreciate your words, the time you are giving us to everyone in the community, basically, and hope I can see you again, and maybe you actually can visit Peru at some time.
I'd love to. Yes, again.
Okay,
yes,
we will work on that. Thank you,
Okay,
Kalev.
very good.
All right.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bye.
Daniel.
Yeah.